Okay, you're welcome back. Now, in this particular section, we'll be talking about the double exposure. Now, the double exposure, to just as the word entails, you're exposing two images together. It gives you the ability to blend two images together. For example, I have this image in my background. Let me just try to bring in another image. I'll come here, I'll click on plus. So I'll just try and locate wherever this image is. Let me just come to download. So this way I have some of my images here. So I'll be trying to blend that background with, let's see, let me use this one. So you see the way it actually blended. Okay, so now this is, if you want to bring in new options, this is for before and after. This are on top. So this one first, this one that has plus icon for before and after, why this one gives you different blend modes. I can click on lighting, click on darken, click on hard, click on subtract. Like the first one is subtracting. You're subtracting the first one from the major, the where there's more light in the first, the one we just added using double exposure, and the one that is already the image we used as background. Was it, yeah, the one we actually wanted to add an exposure on. So this is overlay. Now mostly I use add and overlay. Now this third one here is for, it talks about the opacity of either the image you're adding as double exposure. Now you can see the image I'm adding as double exposure is prominent, like is dominated. Why the other, if I move the slide the other side, see the image I want to add double exposure on dominated more. So this is just best, it depends on the way you want it anyway, the one you want to dominate more. So I'll just keep it at overlay, or let me keep it as hard. Then but overlays, I think the overlay option for this particular one depends on what you're trying to achieve anyway, but I think I'll stick with overlay for this particular one. Now you can use it for so many other things. So this is before, this is after. Now it adds like a particular feel to your image. So I'll click on double exposure again, click on plus. Let me just bring in this guy. Now one thing about this double exposure, you can just work on it by just put your two fingers on the screen and drag the image. So you can just select the place you want this and you just use your finger again on the screen of your phone and just drag it to the area you want double exposure to be on. But for this particular one, I want it to be here. So you can put it here. Click on add or overlay. I like the way it's overlaying on this. Then I'll just click on OK. But this is not what I want to do. I just want to show you something. Now come to come to view edits, then come to this double exposure and come to this pencil, the one that has brush. So I'll come to this one, invert, then I'll just brush around because I want that side to be kind of rough. All right, so this is, you can see how the kind of effect is giving me. So but I don't want it to be here, so I'll just use my hand and push this side. So once I'm done, I'll click on, you can see there were no bush there before, but once I brought it here, I'm now having bush all over. So if I click on hard, click on darken, subtract, lighting, but I think this lighting is giving me a good feel. Yeah, for this image, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we then will come to this brush, then we just brush this area where we don't want it. Click on this check mark. Now you can see it has actually added like green grass on those eaves, and everywhere. It's kind of actually blended together. I can still come here, come to edit, and come to You can reduce the opacity, you can increase it, just the way you feel like, how you feel it's useful. All right, so you can still come here. Now we've gotten this one, you can just come here, come to and increase the structure a bit. You can sharpen it. Now you see it's kind of adding some kind of effect on the grass. Okay, now it's not giving me like a realistic feel, but I can still come here, come to my tune image, come and add ambience. No, okay, let me reduce the shadows. Yeah, when I reduce the shadows, let me increase the highlights. Not too much, just increase it a bit. Okay, let's see if I just pop up the saturation up a bit. Then contrast, is it? I think this contrast actually, yep, okay. I think, but it's too much. Okay, so should we change the warmth? Alright, so this is what I'm having now. Does it look real? Yeah, I think it is. It does. Alright, so this is, so the reason I actually added those effects was just for it to blend with this my image. Alright, so that's all for this particular tutorial. Now, you'll see in the next video.